Okay, guys, we are officially live, and I'm really excited about today's topic. Some of you see the post, and you know we've already scheduled this inside the private group, and we're going to be talking about a specific topic. So go ahead and share the feed, get the word out, share, share, share. We are live, and we are going to do a Q&A concerning one of the most popular questions that I get, which is about Tokyo, China. So go ahead and share the feed, get the word out. We are live. Put it in all of your chats for those that are part of the rich community. Let everybody know we're here. We have quite a few new people who have joined the community, and I want to make sure that everybody knows how to maximize this amazing blessing and concept with Tokyo, China. Okay, so with that being said, continue to share the feed. Continue to share the feed. I'm going to show and share my screen a little bit and talk a little bit about what this trading concept is, and be prepared to ask some questions. Be prepared to ask some questions. Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. I will pop your questions up, and then I will address your questions accordingly as it relates to Tokyo, China. So make sure that you share this information and get people on so that they can get the answers to some of their questions that they are having concerning what Tokyo, China is. How do you maximize it? How much can you earn from it? Just some simple dialogue. I'm going to share my screen a little bit to address the campaign that we have currently going on once I break down Tokyo, China. So first of all, what the heck is Tokyo, China? When we post blue skies and I made money in my sleep and this Tokyo, China concept, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Where does it come from? How do I access it, right? Those are some of the questions that we get inside of this space. I want to go ahead for the record, just go ahead for the record, put it out, and then address some of your questions. So if there's ever been anybody interested in partnering with you in this space, this will be a great opportunity for them to hear directly from me what this is about and what they need to do to access it and how it could benefit them ultimately, how this could ultimately benefit them. So what is Tokyo, China? Tokyo, China is an exclusive trading concept that has been developed inside of the Rich University community. Tokyo, China is not a person. Can somebody put that out there for me? Can somebody write that in the thing so I can put that up? Tokyo, China is not a human being. It is no need to come and look for Tokyo, China and want to meet Tokyo, China. I am not Tokyo, China. I am China. That's it. Okay. So Tokyo, China, Tokyo, China is not a person. So I wanted to definitely put that out. It is a trading concept that was developed by two people. So you have Tokyo, who is an amazing skilled trader who has a natural eye. The woman is just straight up gifted when it comes down to the market. And for whatever reason, God saw fit to bring us together with this trading concept. The conversations that developed, that led into this moment, was absolutely just a God alignment, period. And hence, you got Tokyo and China has come together. Tokyo brings the skill concept, skill inside the market being really, really sharp. And I bring the psychology concept to it. It is a concept. It is not a strategy. It is not a strategy. We are training right now on what we look for specifically in the market when we call Tokyo, China. And when we do that, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ruth Ann, for that. Yes, okay. It is a trading concept. It's not a person. We're training right now a group of people on what we look for specifically inside the market. And I believe many people are surprised as they begin to grow in their skill as well as in their mindset to become a lifelong profitable trader. They're starting to understand why it's not a strategy and it's a concept. They're also starting to understand why they're able to successfully grow their account, whereas many of them have never been able to see the amount of success that they're experiencing right now. By the grace of God, Tokyo, China is an extremely accurate trading concept that once again was developed inside of Rich University. Tokyo brought in the skill set. Her eye for the market is really sharp. She's called and anointed to do what she does. And then I bring in the psychology of it. And what that simply means is some people have been able to gain skills or maybe trading strategies, learned the strategies, but still were not able to successfully grow their money. And so what you must understand is growing your account is a skill within itself. It's not just knowing what the trader or the educator is teaching you, it's knowing who you are as well. And if there was any secret sauce outside of the real secret sauce, because the TokyoChyna is a secret sauce, let me just tell you right now, there are people who believe that they know exactly what we're doing, but the results show otherwise. There are people who think that as simple as it is, that they got it, but their results show otherwise. What do I mean by that? Well, TokyoChyna is extremely accurate. Why don't I brag on 100%? Well, there's a few reasons that I don't brag on 100%. For number one, I don't think that me bragging on 100% creates and manages the proper expectations for our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is not to beat our chest and say, oh, we are 100%. Every trade we win into profit. There are many people that could say that right now that's watching. I heard Giovanna's testimony and I know it to be true. There's a reason for that. That's not our goal though. The goal is for you to become a lifelong profitable trader. And if I tell you that something is 100% accurate, whether it's true or not, it's going to set in a false sense of comfort and security in your mind. And that's not going to help us to reach the ultimate goal, which is for you to become a lifelong profitable trader. The next thing is that, yes, you have to take responsibility, and trading does have risk. And you have to make sure that with any trading style that you know who you are. So once again, there's a lot of people who have went to this training and that training and this training, and they really have learned and developed a strategy. But what they have not learned and what they have not developed was the most important part, which was themselves. So what do I teach? I teach you how to identify who you are as a trader. So a lot of the other things, it's not that they don't matter, they are important, but what's most important is who you are. Let me give you an example. Some people may come in and they want to know what's the best time of day to trade, what's the most active session, what's the most aggressive session. That's not really the right question. The right question is what's going to be the best session for you to trade in. That's the right question. Okay. It's not going to be what's the best session, because some people are consuming themselves, getting up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they got to go to work for 6 o'clock in the morning, and it wears and tears on their body. And they start to weigh whether or not the risk to reward is worth it, because they have not found something that really works for their lifestyle. And that's the significant difference with what we do. Oh, that's so cute. I got to do it. So I tell you, I got the best team in the world. You just have no idea. The best team in the world. So with that being said, what we've done is, specifically from the psychological perspective, I analyzed my experience personally over the past 4 years that I've been inside of this space. And to be honest with you, when I got involved in the company that I'm a part of right now, which is I Am Mastery Academy, the company that taught me how to do what I do, there was things that I also learned about what not to do. And what some people do is they overwhelm themselves with so many educators and listen to so many different philosophies that they do not experience the amount of success that they want, because sometimes the education can be contradicting. I want you to digest what I just said. Some people are all over the place wanting to pull this and that from this one and from that one and from this one and from that one and create a pot of gumbo. And they haven't really, you don't even know how to bake the cake yet, or you don't know how to fix the roux yet in the gumbo for you to be pulling from north, south, east, and west. And so the reality of it is, I realized what I learned not to do is early on, I thought I was going to be a scalp trader, and we're going to get into the details. I'm going to show you some charts in a second, and what we do specifically. But I thought that I was going to be, I didn't mean to do that. I thought that I was going to be a scalp trader. I thought that I was going to be a scalp trader, and I saw people, you know, scalping the market, and I was like, oh, that's going to work for me. I thought I could just pick. Let me see if this is right. I thought I can just pick my trading style, and I found out very early on, no, you cannot just pick. I thought that because people were making money scalping in the market, that all I needed to do was do the same thing. This is weird. That shouldn't be like that. Hold on 1 second. I don't know how to change that. So anyway, no. So I learned very early on, I don't care who that's working for. That's not working for me. Okay. That's not going to work for me. It did not work for my style. It did not work for my lifestyle. So you have to lifestyle trade. And so what I did was I helped people to understand who they were as a trader. So instead of you getting up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, if you know you got to be up at 6 in the morning for work, I help you to identify what time of day makes the most sense for you to trade, so that you're not chasing the market, but that the market is pursuing you, and that you can be focused. And then we could identify what currency pairs make the most sense for you to trade during that trading time. So now you're not overwhelmed, frustrated, and in your first 90 days, you feeling like it don't work because you didn't find a way for it to work for you. That's for number one. So we deal with the psychology with TokyoChyna. I also want to share my screen. Yes, girl, I had to put this one up, girl. I'm telling you, we got the best marketing director in the game, girl. I'm telling you, she is so bad. Oh, by the way, stay tuned because the TokyoChyna qualified banners are ready, and I'm excited because you're really going to love those. Now, we'll talk about that part as well. So bottom line, skill set, mindset, right? The skill set and the psychology, right? As strong as the skill is, because it's skill, which is once again why people who think they know what we're doing don't have the results that we have, because they don't actually know, for number one. So my trading style is, I like to set it and forget it. So here's the China effect of TokyoChyna, which goes beyond US 30, by the way. For some of you that have been trading it, we do trade all indices, US 30, NAS, and S&P. And some of you think it's just a US 30 thing, to the point where we had new people going into their MetaTrader 4 looking for TokyoChyna as if it was an indice. TokyoChyna is not an indice. It is a trading concept. We use US 30 most of the time. We also use other indices as well. But when you learn the TokyoChyna trading concept, you can really apply it to any trade in any area of your life. Ooh, wait a minute, girl. You done took me somewhere. Yeah, it's deep like that. So anyway, let's go further. Let's go deeper. Somebody say go deeper. Yes. So it doesn't feel like you're always looking for trades all day. It does not. That's the China effect as well. Here's the thing. I don't want to be consumed with the market, but I want to benefit from the market. So what do? I find a way for it to work for me. So what you're getting is the essence of China into this. Why? Because you could set it and forget it. You get a trade that allows you to put it in, and you could set it and forget it. You could go to sleep. Now here's the psychology part. Let's go deeper. The market pulls back with TokyoChyna like it does with any other trade that you put in. And some of you are not mature emotionally yet to trust the process. So you're ready to jump out. You're ready to close it out. You don't know. You have not allowed it to mature to get to where it needs to be at, because your emotions interrupted the process. So what did I do? I removed that emotion, for the most part, for people in the United States during the Eastern Coast time frame, because I know in Africa they're wide awoke, okay? And it works on all time frames. So, but because the popularity or the success or the results are there enough that people are seeing the success from it, and so they're really excited. So once again, you set it and forget it, and you're making the money in your sleep. You're making the money in your sleep. However, you have to make sure that you don't allow something that was designed for you to have a stress-free experience for you to still be up overnight, unless you're just up overnight anyway, okay? Another reason that we have had the success that we do is because we don't over leverage our account, and we trade with extreme risk management. Do you realize that if you traded any currency pair, and I'm not de-edifying, obviously TokyoChyna is a big deal, but I ultimately want you to succeed. I ultimately want you to be a lifelong profitable trader. Do you realize that if you don't over leverage your account in almost any trade, you could probably, if it did pull back on you, or, you know, turn around on you, you probably could hold it out. But sometimes you don't just over leverage with increased lot sizes. Sometimes you over leverage because you got a million trades up in that mug. You a straight trade junkie. Ooh, big now. We teach you with TokyoChyna that trading has a feeling. So we do not over leverage. We put one trade in at a time so you can handle the pullback. If it pulls back, it's pulled back. There was one time that most of us did not wake up in profit, one time in the last 7 months. And the people who did not over leverage their account, and the people who traded in proper risk management, and this was right when COVID hit, they still were okay. While most people had gotten this false sense of confidence because of the experience, they started to get cocky and get greedy in the market, and it's a no-no. Okay, so please understand that we trade responsibly here. This is a gift from God, and we are here to make sure that we handle it accordingly, right? That we steward this blessing properly. And so that's what I'll say. So let me pop this up so you can understand this as well. So now that you know a little bit more about TokyoChyna, I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to look and answer some of the questions that you may have concerning what I shared thus far about it, so that you can maximize. I'm going to share my screen with two different things. Okay, I guess you can see that. 333 is a campaign for the month of June. I'm really excited about this campaign for the month of June. Let's see if I can do this. I'm really excited about this campaign for the month of June, and it is going to be amazing. So let me just see if I wish there was a way that you could actually just pop up for a question and I would know. So I have to scroll and see if there's a question. Can you trade TokyoChyna more than once at the same time? Ooh, that's a good question. Hold up. Ooh, can you trade TokyoChyna more than once at the same time? If you traded TokyoChyna more than once at the same time, you would have to minimize your original lot size in order to still basically get the same result. So unless you were seriously under leverage and you decided to be right at leverage, I don't know that it makes much sense. Unless, I mean, some people have split up the pips. It's 300 pips. I'm gonna show you a pip calculator in a moment. It's 300 pips for TokyoChyna. You get 300 pips for that one move, okay? One move a night. So I'm not gonna answer your question with a yes or a no. I won't answer your question with a yes or a no to that, because I know some people who do 150, one person that did 150 because she wasn't sure in the beginning. And so she knew she felt more comfortable going from 0 to 150, and then twice. That was her way of doing it to still get her 300 pips. So that's, you asked the question right there, but I promise you there's no need for it. You're good. You're good. And then we don't want to create the idea of greed either. So I hope that helps, Ja. Let's see more questions. Let's see what else we got. That was a great question though. TokyoChyna is not a human being. Y'all are funny. It's not a human being. Okay, not a person. No, it's a trading concept. Correct. So give me a second. Let me keep going. TokyoChyna. I'm looking for the other questions. What are the requirements to join your Facebook group? You have to be a Rich University member for everything that we provide exclusively in our community. We do have a Facebook group that is for guests, non-IM members. And that's the thing, guys. And I got to talk about this because, you know, I have been a community leader probably my entire career inside of this industry, because I really genuinely am an ambassador for this industry. And, you know, knowing what we have our hands on, I really genuinely want to see everybody win and succeed inside of this space. And I believe, you know, and I still do lead in the community heavily, meaning company-wide, industry-wide, you know, worldwide. But there are some things that are exclusive, and this is an exclusive community activity for our group. So if you are a IM member, we do not condone you. You will not have access to what we have in Rich University, and we don't condone you leaving your team to come up with creative ways to come to our team. We don't do that. Many of you have asked consistently over and over again, the sideways, the back door, the side door, the window, coming in through the vent. Listen, the truth of the matter is, everything that I learned inside of the academy. Everything that I learned and through life. And that's the part that some people don't understand. Trading is a you have a personal experience if you don't exclude yourself and feel like you're not smart enough to do what's necessary. Include you in the process and stop feeling like everybody else have the answer, the right answer. So some of you want somebody else to give you an answer when you're smarter than them in a particular area. Start to trust yourself. So bottom line, if you're in IM, you can't have access to it unless you're in Rich University. So if you are not currently inside of this space and you are a guest of somebody and they put you in our Facebook group, then yes, you can have access not to TokyoChyna, but to some of the people who just want a closer look with Yes to Forex experience. You want a Yes to Forex experience before saying yes. Whoever's you're watching this on their page, whether it be my page, DM me. If it's somebody else's page, DM them and find out if they are a part of Rich University so that you can know whether or not you're going to have access to TokyoChyna before you get in. Because if you get it, I don't care if you just got in 2 weeks ago. I just signed up 2 weeks ago. I wish I had known. I want to be on your. You gotta. If you sit out, you gotta wait out 6 months, and that would be crazy for you with the kind of money that you can make. So, I just want to put that out there. So the next question is, I got that one. Okay, so I think that is it on that part. I'm looking. So it doesn't feel like you're always looking for a trade all day. No, I don't trade that many trades a day. I'm not looking at multiple different monitors. I created this element of set it and forget it and really bringing it out. Set it and forget it is not my creation. That's just a trading way. I'm a swing trader more, right? And I found that it worked for my lifestyle as a mom and a wife and a woman who is, investing in multiple different things, a serial entrepreneur in ministry. I found that it made more sense for my life. So I had the woman in mind, to be honest with you, with TokyoChyna. I had the woman in mind with a busy woman who didn't feel like she could understand line charts and graphs, who's a mom, but knows she needs to make more money, right? She has a lot on her plate. The woman who would have ordinarily said, I can't do this. I got a lot on my plate. I'm a business coach and I got clients and I'm a parent. I got kids and I got a spouse and I'm helping my parents to do this and I got that and I got church. Women tend to put themselves last. So all of it for me was psychology. If we could help the woman, men are welcome, of course, but if we could help the woman to become financially knowledgeable and empowered through this $6.7 trillion daily market, we are going to naturally help our communities to become stronger because that woman is going to impact her children and she's going to impact the communities. And that is connected to our mission and our vision. Rich University here, we are a mission-based movement. We are here to make impact on nations and generations around the world. So originally, and from the foundation of it, the woman was in mind. And when I think about the woman, I don't think about someone who is traditionally in a position to scan the market all day long, hunting in the market for trades. I want the market to come to me, and I like my pips big. I want it to be worth it. So I love the idea that it's not me needing 50 trades to get to a daily goal of 10%, of 300 pips in one trade. Not only is it 300 pips a night while you sleep, it's 300 pips from one trade. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So that's that with those questions. Emotions will kill a trade all the time. You have to trust the process. Very, very true. Very, very true. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Perfect. So 333. Let's talk about 333 real quick. 300 represents the pips. 300 represents the pips. 330 represents the amount of days that we're giving Rich University members access, because that wasn't the original. That wasn't always the case. So a person who decides to join Rich University will have access to TokyoChyna with 300 pips for 30 days for them and 3 people. And once you complete 333, you have full access to TokyoChyna. TokyoChyna is actually a reward. We reward the members that are a part of our community who go the extra mile. Why? Because we got so much available. You got to understand, Rich University provides the nightclub. It's an exclusive community where you come in and my husband, Mr. Logic, makes trades with you on the nightclub, and you get pipsy and not tipsy. And when I tell you, if you're a nightclubber, I already know y'all are so lit. Y'all wake everybody up on a nightclub, okay? Y'all are so freaking lit because people are able to come into an environment and feel confident and not feel alone and having to go figure it out with trading. So that's amazing. We also have the 10% trading plan that is beautiful. I'll pop that up in a second and let you see that. This is exclusive tools for Rich University, right? And obviously we have TokyoChyna, and the mentorship is priceless because you have a lot of business coaches that are giving you not just how to succeed in this space, but then what? We give you the then what? What do I do? And so many of you know I have some amazing mentors and have been blessed to have phenomenal access to help you to continue to keep that money growing. So Tokyo, as well as we are in partnership with I Am Mastery Academy. So what Rich University provides alone, and then now in partnership with I Am Mastery Academy, with the academy. So when you talking about TokyoChyna, that's when you go the extra mile, when you are helping us to impact nations and generations, and you understand that you are not, this was never designed for you to be selfish. Now let's go deeper. Somebody say, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Okay. The fears of man have kept them captivated for centuries. The fears of man have kept them captivated for centuries in their own minds and in their own, what they believe are their own ideas. So when we think about TokyoChyna, let's go deeper. Not only do you get 300 pips, not only do you have an opportunity to make that in your sleep, it stretches you outside of your fears and the limitations that you told yourself. The fears and the limitations, I should have put the questions up here. That wasn't good. I'll put the questions up next. The fears and the limitations, you come in saying, I want to learn how to trade, or, you know, I want to get into this. And you're not always honest with yourself about the truth. You're not always honest with yourself about the fact that many of you are here because you believe that Forex is trending and trading is trending and you need to make some money. And some of your backs are really against the wall financially. And whereas you should be coming in and asking for directions on which way to go inside of this Rich University campus, you come in as if you know how to navigate it already. And so what we do with TokyoChyna is we help you to rise up in your kingship and rise up in your queenship, and not kind of come in with that mindset that you have been taught, that you may not realize that you've been taught to kind of shrink in. We break those chains and those barriers and limitations. You may say, wait, now I didn't know that it was all that. It's all that. It's all of that. Why? Because we give you an opportunity to gain access to something that could change your life, but you got to meet us halfway, because we don't want to handicap and cripple people. We don't want to put people in a position where you have to do nothing. That's not what we're doing. We don't want to create an alert group. We're not promoting a signal group. No. We are promoting you to rise up into a greater version of who you are. A version of you that you may not have ever recognized that you were. We help you to see yourself in a different way. You don't have a choice but to elevate from being in the environment. The word rich alone, when you see it enough and see your name connected to it, you start to believe that you deserve to be rich, but not just rich in finances, rich spiritually, rich mentally, rich emotionally, rich physically, rich financially, all areas you become whole in. So when you become a member of this, unbeknownst to you, you just wanted the money. Unbeknownst to you, you just saw it was accurate. Unbeknownst to you, you just see people winning. Unbeknownst to you, you're about to become the greatest version of you that you've ever seen before. And so with TokyoChyna, normally you have to actually help us to achieve a goal, which is impacting nations and generations. So once you see that it's good, once you see that it's real, once you see that it works, we don't allow you to just shrink down in, oh, it's about me and my four and no more. No, no, no. We believe more now than ever that we have a responsibility. And the responsibility was never just for you. So if somebody shared this with you and you thought that, first of all, let's be clear. The person who's sharing this with you, if somebody's sharing this with you, if you thought that they were sharing this with you so that they could make 300 pips, so that they can grow their account 3% a day with just this one trade. No, they're doing it because they don't want to leave you out. They don't want to leave you behind. They want you to be a part of this massive wealth transfer that we're in right now. So that is the psychology connected to what we're doing. So 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. So I got another question really quick. Okay, if FX Choice Classic has no commissions and FX Choice Pro has commissions, why are we using Pro? Just curious. If FX Choice has no commissions, I don't know if that's the only reason that we use Pro versus Classic, and you could definitely choose to use whatever you want. So if you feel that Classic is best for you, go ahead and use Classic. We give you, based on who your sponsor is, whatever they're doing, they may suggest that you do this. Now, here's why some people are specifically using FX Choice concerning TokyoChyna. Not that we have any broker relationships or anything like that. You definitely can choose whatever broker you want. Many of us were with Hugo's Way. Some of us were doing CoinX. There's a ton of brokers out there. You could use Traders Way, Oanda. There's a bunch of brokers that you can use. Let's just put that out there. However, some brokers give you certain things. So what we noticed specifically with Hugo's Way is that we were doing Hugo's Way, obviously in the midst of what's going on in the world, and we saw that there was quite a bit of slippage in the market a few times. Now, I don't believe, some people were saying, China, we put this trade out, maybe they're starting to pick up that we're all in the market at the same time and the broker is doing something to sabotage us. I don't, really buy into all the conspiracy about brokers really doing that. I do believe that with the economy being the way it is, that there could have potentially been some slippage in the market, but it was happening too frequently. It was happening too frequently with Hugo's Way. And so I personally let the team members know that I was going to be disconnecting from Hugo's Way concerning TokyoChyna. And so people could choose to do whatever they wanted. Now, we did find something else out that was really nice. It was definitely nice for TokyoChyna. I'll talk about that in just a second. So Linda said it would be a shame if we don't share this with everyone when we can all eat together. No, you're right about that. It is definitely the truth that somebody opened up the door for each of us to be here. So while you're thinking that, oh, they just want, they got to refer somebody, or why you got to, first of all, listen, somebody put up a quote. It was so funny. They said, listen, you think that every business that because somebody has to, recruiting is a part of the process, which, by the way, if you chose to do Forex, you don't have to recruit. Forex is developing a skill set. It's two different things. You got the product, which is teaching and educational platform, giving you access to learn how to trade in the largest financial market in the world, which is a $6.7 trillion daily market. Forex is the exchange of one currency for another. That's what Forex is. So when people join, 90% of the company is customers. Let's just put that out there. You do not have to recruit. Now, concerning TokyoChyna, this is a reward for people who want to go the extra mile. We're on a mission. Now, our mission is not about recruiting. Our mission is about impacting. Our mission is about providing something that's been hidden in blind sight for many of us for many years, for centuries, and now saying we found it, come in, it's working and it's good. And so then our question becomes, remember, because for me, it's in here. We got to change the way we think. And most people, the reason that they don't want to share is not because they don't love humanity and they don't love their family and they don't love their community, but most people don't want to share because of fear. And so when we help you to overcome the fear that's usually paralyzing people from the greatest version of themselves, they become, you will just see them rise and shine in just an amazing way. So we just don't get in agreement with your fear. But if you decide you just want to learn this, and you see that this is working, and you see that this is good, and you decide not to tell your cousins and your brothers and your family members and your co-workers, and they see you leaving your job and firing your boss and buying houses and doing the things you want to do, and you decide not to tell them, that's totally on you. You do whatever you want to do. But in our community, we don't condone that kind of behavior because we know that we have to pay it forward because somebody opened up the door for us. That's our philosophy. But we get it. Most people have been taught to think a certain way, to believe a certain way. So ultimately, that's what they become. Okay, so, okay. So I think that is it. So giving access to people who never knew that they could learn a skill. That's simply it. Any other questions? Any other questions at all? 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. 333 is giving you 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop sharing this screen and I'm going to go over to this screen because I want you to know the pip count and the calculations. Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Well, I'll just tell you. Perfect. I'll put this one up. I'll just tell you. So what you're looking at right now, let's see how I can enlarge this, is the pip calculator. Did it show everything? No. Bring it out. That's fine. So this is the pip calculator for, let's see, TokyoChyna. Now, let me break this down. Be prepared to ask your questions. Where do we get the pips or the sauce from? Cliffina, so you're in a group, and we talked about that a little bit earlier. Now that your notifications are on, you'll see it come out. And so the main thing is that you watch the video that shows you how to actually put in a TokyoChyna trade, because it's a specific way that you have to put in the TokyoChyna trade. It takes less than 5 minutes to put in the TokyoChyna. You set it and forget it, but your alerts must be on because you don't want to miss any updates concerning the trade. Okay, so you get the pips and the extra stars inside of Rich University. That's where it's at. Okay, so now let me see, to understand the pip count. Okay, hold on. I don't have Facebook. Can you ask China Bethy a question for me? I see she's in a live session right now. Can you ask her what's the driving influence behind US 30? I don't know if it's necessarily a driving influence behind US 30. And that's probably more of a Tokyo question. I don't know if it's necessarily the driving force behind US 30. Let me tell you what I discovered probably about a year or so ago. I like the way it moves. It gave me a mixture of crypto and gold. And my husband really enjoys trading crypto, whereas I really enjoy trading gold. And I like the groove and move at a certain time of day, to be honest with you. And I was always very attracted to the Tokyo session for no other reason besides that was the best time of day for me to trade. And to be honest with you, before TokyoChyna, there was nothing available during the Tokyo session, nothing that I could really connect to during that time frame. So that was the best time frame for me. Kids are settled down. I don't put them to bed. My day is starting to slow down. I definitely want to make sure I'm consistent with trading daily, but I didn't see anything throughout that time. And so we noticed something very significant about that time of day that led into the London session, which is the session that most people are aggressive in. Okay. All right. Okay. So bam, let's get into what you're looking at right now. Can you guys see what's on my screen? If not, go ahead and enlarge your screen. Let me know if you guys can see this. If not, what I'll do is this. Then you can't see the bottom. So I can't do that. You still can't see the bottom. Okay, so basically what you're looking at right now is the TokyoChyna pip calculator that allows you to understand how to properly set up your account so you have proper risk management. So the first column talks about for every amount of money that you have in your account, for every amount of money. So for example, for every $100, only with FX Choice Broker do I know that this would apply. Hugo's way, you can trade TokyoChyna, but you need a minimum of $1,000. So that's the significant difference of why we're able to now reach different countries that, you know, maybe $1,000 in a trade account is like, whoa, okay, I got to do this later. So now we're able to open up the door for so many more people, because with FX Choice specifically, I know for us, we can do FX Choice here in the United States, United Kingdom. I'm not sure about Dubai yet. For sure, Africa, specific places in Africa. So for every $100 with this particular broker, FX Choice, you do 0.01. With most brokers, you cannot trade US 30 with $100. Okay, because it's calculated different. With every $1,000, you do 0.10, 2,000, 0.20, 3,000, 0.030. Basically, for every 10,000, you can do now 1.0 for every $1,000, 10,000. Let me repeat that again. So for every $100, you can do what we call a micro lot size, 0.01. Okay, for every 1,000, you can do a 0.10, which is a mini lot size. For every 10,000, you can do a standard. But here we show you the 2,000 and the 3,000 so you can know how much to put into your account and what your lot size should be when trading TokyoChyna. So when you do that with FX Choice specifically, because they've allow you to trade with such a small balance in your account. If a person is trading with only $100, your account is going to grow 3% a day, but 3% of that 100 is $3. So if you do 0.01 with FX choice, you make $3. If you do 0.10, you make $30. If you do 1.0, which is a standard, you make $300. And if you do 10 standards, you make $3,000 with the FX choice broker that allows you to trade TokyoChyna. So depending on how much you have in your account will determine what your lot size could be. We are big on risk management and not over leveraging your account. When pullback happens in the market that we just don't control, you will be able to handle those swings if you are not over leveraged. If you get greedy because you see TokyoChyna hitting, and y'all, some of y'all got real greedy because it's hitting faster. And it changes. If you notice, it starts to change throughout the quarters that we go through. Last quarter, we were seeing TokyoChyna hit before you went to sleep. Now you're seeing it kind of go back to what it was at the beginning of the year, where we were very much so, you know, going into the morning time. Now we're like between 3 and 6 o'clock a.m. You're seeing it hit where before you were seeing it maybe sometime between 12 and 2. You were seeing it. So that can change. So you got to be able to handle the pullback. So once again, this shows you so that you can handle the pullback. For every $100, once again, with the FX choice broker, different brokers will vary. Most of them, you would need $1,000 to do 0.01. But the difference is it would yield you $30. That's the difference. The difference is it would yield you $30. So with most brokers, if you do $1,000, you would have to do 0.01 and it would yield you $30 and not, you know, what is here for 0.01, which is going to yield you $3. So if you put $1,000 into FX choice, you're still going to get the same $30 because you can increase your lot size. Your lot size for them will be a mini lot, which is 0.10. So I hope that helps. Any questions concerning the Pip calculator for TokyoChyna? Any questions concerning the Pip calculator for TokyoChyna? The other thing is that we are seeing 3% growth a day, but we don't recommend you go up to the next lot size until you get to the next amount. So you do 0.01 if you started off with $100 until you get to 200, and then you go to 0.02. And that's just because we want to keep you safe in the market. And there's no way to go in between that on the lot sizes. Okay. So per $100, you can raise your lot size. Correct. You can raise your lot size by a point. Can you trade TokyoChyna more than once at the same time? Same question. So once again, technically no, because if you do, you still will get the same amount. Otherwise, you'll be over leveraging your account. For example, if you had $1,000 in your account and you traded TokyoChyna more than once, that means your lot size would not be able to reflect this 0.10. It would have to reflect 0.05 twice. So you're still going to get the same amount of money in this case, which would be $30. So that's what I would say to that. Okay. Absolutely. You're welcome. Any other questions? This is time to ask your questions, guys. This is the time. So tonight, for those of you that are members, for those of you that are not members, get back with the person right away. Get in, y'all. Listen, some people are looking for this. I don't know what they're looking for. We say yes because of the results we want. That's all. The reason we say yes to Forex is not because it made sense to us. None of this stuff made sense to us. This has been hidden from us in plain sight for centuries. So it didn't make sense to us. We said yes because we needed to make money from a market that was very lucrative and profitable. Okay. Which indicators are your favorite? My favorite indicators. I actually like my charts very naked. I like to see. I don't like a lot of noise on my charts. I do not. I won't even look at a noisy chart with all those everything going on. But I will say that my favorite product is the scanner. My favorite product is the harmonic scanner with IM. It is an extremely accurate tool just alone. And if you learn how to efficiently use that tool, you can now take and put your TokyoChyna trade in at night wake up and, you know, make your money while you sleep, and you got a whole day to put a few trades in and set it and forget it. I'm still a very set it and forget it chick. Like, I got a lot going on in my life. So I'm very, very set it and forget it. So, you know, for me, anything that I do is going to make a lot of sense for that. So I will say that. What is the least amount of money you can trade? There's some brokers, I believe, Traders Way still would allow you to trade with $10. I believe they still will allow you to trade with $10. Do you offer one-on-one consultation? Not for trading, perhaps. It is just not for trading, but we do offer trainings inside of Rich University that are very intimate, but not one-on-one per se. But I promise you, the mentorship that you gain in the community alone is really priceless. What does PIP mean? So PIP is the way we talk about money. It means a point in percentage, but it's basically a calculation. I look at PIPs like this. This is my breakdown of it. So imagine a time, a stopwatch, right? Where you have somebody is racing and they want to know, not on, like, it's so close that a second is too big. So now they got the little milliseconds on the side. So you got the 1, 2, 3. That's the little, this is the little milliseconds, right? So I look at a PIP like the little millis. It's so small as a point in percentage. It's so small that it's the way we calculate it. But let's bring it to layman's terms. A PIP is the way you will calculate how much money you made that would mean something to everybody, even though the number could be different. For example, if I funded my account with $100, but you funded your account with $1,000, and we both got 300 pips, you made $30 and I made $3. If you funded your account with $10,000 and I funded my account with $1,000, I made $30 off of that, and off of the $10,000, you actually made $300 off of that one move. So off of $10,000 in your account, you made $300 off of the one move. So that's what it kind of means. And that's just with this particular trading concept. It gives you the pips securely, but it does it safely so that you can build your account gradually over time. Okay. All right. Let me see. Lot size per pip. Lot size per pip, not lot size per pip, lot size per what you have in your account. So per $100, 0.01 lot size. Per $1,000, 0.10 lot size. Per $10,000, 1.00 lot size. Okay. One second. Should we set a stop loss? I don't set stop losses with TokyoChyna. We do not call stop losses with TokyoChyna. I personally don't use stop losses at all, but I got to a point where that made sense for me because I identified who I was and what I needed to do. So in order for me to not use a stop loss, I'm usually extremely under leveraged. I don't stress trading at all. I don't care one way or another with the account personally. I found a way and managed a way, and it wasn't easy. And this is why you want to really get into wealth cycles and circles of people, because you start to think differently. But I'm really not phased one way or another. And I'm really strong at growing my account because I'm not emotionally entangled into whether I see red or blue. I actually expect to see blue. So if I see red, I'm under leveraged enough that I'll just hold it until I see blue usually outside of TokyoChyna. TokyoChyna, by the morning time, we usually hit. So I'm not even worried about that part. But if I'm trading throughout the day, I'm not emotionally entangled into what's going to happen. So I don't personally set a stop loss. I think new traders should use stop losses. And I do think that you should use the harmonic scanner personally. I think that is the simplest tool that's made available inside of I Am Mastering. It's a multi-million-dollar banking software, and it's really simple to learn how to use that tool. Okay. I joined yesterday and I'm working on the educational videos. They do help a lot. The educational videos in the academy are amazing and they do help a lot. I tell anybody, if you can invest 20 minutes a day, 20 to 30 minutes a day, it could change your life as it relates to trading. I can assess that the 235 I paid alone is worth the mentoring and this inspiration I get in Rich University family. Therefore, that's before making 1 cent. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that part, believe it or not, Jacqueline, is the part that a lot of people don't understand the importance of, to be in the right environment that's going to help you to develop in every area. The traders that we're working with right now are so advanced. I don't tell them that. They don't even know it. They think it's normal. It's so not normal. And it's because we had to curate an environment that was conducive for the amount of success that we needed to have happen in order for us to achieve a goal of reaching 1 million families. And so people come in, they're trading within some of them. I got somebody that's just started. She ready to fund her live account and go live, and I'm like, how much have you grown your demo account to? So I don't tell a person when to or when not to go live. I believe that because we're showing you how to identify who you are, there is no somebody may have been able to put an hour a day in, where somebody else may have been to put in 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day. So it's not up to me to tell you when to go live, but I do say, listen, if you're not able to grow a demo account, ain't no sense in you practicing with your real money. If you can grow your demo money and you've been able to identify the mechanics of entering and exiting trades, cool. But if you can't grow your demo account, then we're not practicing with no real money, because we don't do gambling here. That's what we don't do. We do not gamble inside of Rich University. Okay. You're making it all come together. Thank you. Thank you so much, Clefina. Okay. So what I mean is 0.01 per $100, $303 a pip. It's 30 pips. So it's not $3 a pip for 0.01. So no, you get $3 from the 300 pips at that small lot size. Okay. Very true plan to start. Yes, the series are amazing, and it really does empower you to know that you can really do this. So if there are any questions, let me know. I'm going to remove this from the screen. And we've been on right at an hour, so I wanted to cut it off at an hour, so I won't go longer. Many of you have asked about the 10% trading plan. It's so hard not to show this trading plan. Another Rich University exclusive. So let me just show this to you. But I already had it down here. So many people asked about the trading plan. Let me just pop it up. Let's see what we got here. So the Rich University trading plan, the reason that I don't always like to pop it up here is because it's not really for TokyoChyna, not this one. Okay. So I don't want to confuse anybody. Where is it? It's so weird. Huh. Maybe it's not meant for me to show them. How much does it cost to get started? It's $235 to get started. Less than $300 gives you access to this $1 trillion daily market, and it allows you to be a part of the Rich University community. And it allows you to grow your account at whatever. TokyoChyna alone is going to allow you to, could you imagine growing your account 12% a week? It's amazing. Properly leveraged, not feeling like you're working 10 jobs, because sometimes people hustling in the market, and it is just looking at them wear me out. I'm like, child. Listen, we've created concepts for the busy professionals and non-professionals and people who have many things that they have going on in life. So we're not doing all that. So for those of you that want to stay on the 10% trading plan, I'll show this for the next 5 minutes before we wrap up. And I will show you. Dang, I got that thing zoomed all the way in, huh? Okay, let me zoom it in a little bit more. Okay, so let me show this to you and then we will wrap it up. Yes, you get with the person who invited you. They are the one that have the link so that you can get into our community. Whoever page you're seeing this on, that's who you reach out to. They are part of our community, most likely, with Rich University, and you'll have access to everything that I'm showing you right now. The 333, you better get in. I'm telling you, it's a limited time only. So you don't want to sit on that and be, scratching your head about a 3-figure decision, y'all. This is real simple. Okay, so let me just see here. You're making it. Okay, I saw that. I saw that. Very true. Yes, grow demo first and then live. Yes. How long should you stay in live? That's totally up to you. What do you guys think? How long should a person stay in live? What do I want to hear y'all feedback? Because some of y'all on turbocharge. I'm telling you, I know some people that's, Lord have mercy, they ain't live so quick, but they're growing their money, so I can't even really complain about that. Great information. TokyoChyna and everyone use and build demo account before going live. And yeah, okay. So let me share this. Okay, this is the trading plan. I'm gonna enlarge it and then. So this is a 10% trading plan. I'm gonna enlarge it so you can see it a little bit more. Can y'all see that good? Perfect. So, and I'll just scroll it up. So, this is not for TokyoChyna specifically. This is just maybe, let's say, using a scanner. You want to grow your money 10% a day. Let's say you started with a $200 account. It just shows you growing 10% a day, what that would look like. From $200, now the first day goal is $20, second day 22, 24. It's simple mathematical equation. This is not a promise or a guarantee that this is going to happen. Hold on one second. This is not a promise or a guarantee that this is going to happen. It's simply a mathematical equation that shows you what could happen if you grow your money 10% a day. But what we do is we also embed the risk in. Remember, I'm not here to sell a dream to you. I'm here to provide you an opportunity to partner with an educational platform that's going to show you economics necessary at your fingertips for you to grow money. And so what you see here is we've already embedded in a 2% risk, 2% of your balance. So you have a $200 balance, 2% of that is $4. And so for the first trade that you put in at 0.04, you see that your goal is $20, but there's a risk of $4, right? So when we think about the Harmonic Scanner, it's a tool that's about 87% accurate. And so you just embed that risk into it and you just trade with proper risk management. We also give you an opportunity for 50 pips, but you could change this to any amount. Let's just say you wanted to, the more pips you go for, the more you minimize your risk. As you see, this went down to 0.02. So because you're going a further distance, you don't need as much in your lot size because you're doubling the amount of pips you're going to get, so you can reduce your lot size. So for example, if you looked at one of our tools called the Harmonic Scanner, you might put in a few trades that get you to 100 pips or whatever the case may be. But I think 50 is a great number for a daily goal for my trading style. This could be 1 or 2 trades for me personally outside of TokyoChyna to get this done. So just imagine putting in 1 or 2 trades a day that gives you your daily goal, even as you go up to the bigger number. So as you can see, by the time you get down to day 10, you're at $518 potentially in your account. By the time you get down to day 20, you're at $1,300 from $200. So what we provide in Rich University, also outside of the nightclub, which is an amazing platform, guys. The nightclub is probably the crowd's favorite because Mr. Logic Mix is just electrifying. And he really develops the mindset, and you're there just to make money. So $1,345.50 is the potential growth of your money by day 20 because you had $122 that you earned that day. Okay. Go down to day 30, you're at $3,489. Guys, this is simply another way that you could grow your money. This is amazing. It is amazing when I look at this because people are really doing it. I got so many people calling me, China, I'm at day 37, China, I'm at day 49. I mean, that's amazing to me. $9,051.85 is the potential earning potential. And then 50s, 21,000 at day 50. You've now grown your money potentially from 200 to 20,000, and day 60 from 200 to 55,000. Now just embed in 50% risk. I know that the scanner is 87% accurate, but let's just say something went wrong. You forgot you were cooking. You put the number in wrong, whatever. Let's put in some margin for error, right? If you got 50% of this wrong, whereas this chart shows you the 100%, accuracy of it, instead of being at 55,000 in 60 trading days, you're at 25,000, 28,000 in 60 trading days, which is about 90 days, because I trade mainly Monday through Thursday, but some people Sunday through, Friday, late Sunday through Friday early. But once again, 50% wrong, you still end up with over $20,000 in 60 trading days. That is what the world needs now, as far as I'm concerned. What we need now is global empowerment and economics that's going to help to put people in a better position to make right decisions and choices for their families and their communities, period. And so we are a mission-based movement. We're a mission-based movement. Okay, let's go over here to this side of the chart as well. I love this side, because if somebody is considering leaving their job, we give you an equivalent chart that shows you a job income equivalent, that what would you need to get to per day to replace your income. And the truth is, we don't know a whole lot of people that's working a traditional job, working 40 hours a week, that makes $125 an hour. But if you can get to a point where many of our team members' goals are, which is $1,000 a day, you could replace the income of $125 an hour working 40 hours a week. That's making $5,000 a week here. That's making $20,000 a month, and that's making $240,000 a year. And so obviously, to get to that point, you start out with maybe your first goal being $100 a day, then $250 a day, then $500 a day. Okay. Consistency is one of the things that we're really big at. We're not just interested in celebrating one big gain and then the next day you lost because you didn't have the emotional intelligence to contain yourself and learn what really made sense. You didn't remember what worked versus what did not work for you, right? And so $100 a day will replace an income of $12.50 for those of you that either want to supplement your income, want to bring in another stream of income. Maybe you're considering getting another job, but you're thinking, man, how much am I going to get paid at that job? Most people are not probably making $31 at large on their job. But if you can get to a point where you're making $250 a day consistently, that's the key inside of Rich University. The results that we're seeing our members gain and have success from is consistent results. Okay. We're very, very hands-on. We even show you how to calculate what you did actually earn based on, this was the goal, but this is what you earned. This is a goal, but this is what you earned. This is the goal, but this is what you earned. And it calculates that over for you. Not only that, we have a calculator here for your withdrawals. So once again, Rich University is just different. We really provide you over and beyond amazing, effective community to help you to win. Loving community that really helps you to identify who you are, so that it's not just, you feeling like you're alone and by yourself. So just to close out with a few questions. Okay, once you get it, send it. Okay, who sent it? Can you send this information? So everything that I've shown you is inside of our community, and we just launched our new website. I'm so excited about it. Oh my God. So everything is on a new website. I'll show the team members the website a little, maybe later tonight. Maybe we'll hop on for members only and show you guys the website where everything is at, and then you'll have access to all these files. Right now they are inside of our community for you to get that. There's nothing that I showed you that you don't have access to. Great information. Cool. We in together. It's in the Telegram. Yep. We get Pips in a nightclub. Yes, yes, yes. It goes down. We will need to attend a nightclub. I'm telling you right now. This trading plan. Yes, it does. It really does help with discipline. It helps you not to get greedy in the market and just set a goal, hit that target and move. Set a goal, hit that target, because you know where you're going to be at in the next 60 days, and that was with $200. Y'all don't want to see if you started with more, how it would multiply. 30 days, including Sundays and Fridays. I'm not sure. China, for me. Hi, thank you so much, Rosie. I appreciate you. Okay. Look at how they grew. Look. Beautiful. Unbelievable. I think I was more excited than the kids. I was literally like jumping up and down the hill, like honestly. It's just amazing. Wow. I know, right? I was so excited. If you're considering this as savings plan and only take it out once a month, you'll never need to go back to work. Again. That's amazing. Say again? No. Here. I'm talking to people here. So that's okay. So yeah, if you consider this as a savings plan and only take it out once a month, you'll never need to go back to work again. That's amazing. So absolutely. Can you trade TokyoChyna with anything less than? No, you cannot trade TokyoChyna with anything less than $100. Absolutely NOO. That's a new thing, because actually it was $1,000 that you needed. So that's no. You cannot trade TokyoChyna with anything less than $100. Okay. So with that being said, any other questions? I want to make sure I don't leave anybody out. Get back with the person that invited you. Get in, y'all. It's amazing. 3-figure decision. This month, once again, TokyoChyna. I'm excited about the new banner. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. Ann just did it. I'm telling you, we got the best graphic designer in the game, y'all. So this is what this is gonna look like. She just did one for me to show you guys the new banners. Oh, it's so sexy. I'm telling you, we making trading sexy, y'all. We know why people are not attracted to it. It wasn't attractive before. I'll be honest. Seeing lines, charts, and graphs gave me a headache too. Trust and believe that. So we want it. Not right now. So give me 5 minutes. You can do it. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. No. Just 5 minutes. It's okay. 5. So let me show you. I know. So what was I showing you? I don't see it. Oh, I'm excited. So this is a sneaky peeky, y'all. I did not show this to anybody, but I'm showing it to you guys for the first time. This is what your banners are going to look like for those of you who get TokyoChyna qualified. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Your pictures will go here on your banners. That's what this was derived from, what you see on this StreamYard here. So this is absolutely just amazing. So just get ready for that. For those of you that are TokyoChyna qualified, you will definitely have your banner to promote and share it. If you're already TokyoChyna qualified and you want to get your banner, y'all already know what to do. Go to Side and Telegram and see how you can get your banner for you being TokyoChyna qualified, for those of you who are actually qualified. Okay, if you're not, then you can't get a banner yet until you get qualified. Okay, we do have the promotion going on, but that don't qualify you. We're giving it to you because we are generous. But for those of you who are actually qualified for TokyoChyna, we want to definitely give you get that after the 30 days. Yes, actually you want to do that throughout. You want to give them access to it. Once you taste the water, you see it's good, share. That's it. That's it. We teach you how to do that because the world has taught you how to, for most people, our educational system taught us how to be great employees. And we're conditioning your mind for something different here with Rich University. We're teaching you how to be empowered and how to make impact on your communities, nations, and generations. Okay, absolutely. And it's amazing. So you get 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. 300 pips for 30 days for you and 3 people. That's the whole 333 campaign. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being on with me. I'm excited about your yes to Forex. I'm excited about you becoming TokyoChyna qualified. I'm excited about you experiencing 300 pips in the next 30 days or within this 30-day period from June to June 30th, and about you having the best year of your life. I know it don't look like it right now, but okay, that's what I will say. So with that being said, thank you so much. I love you guys. God bless you all. We will see you soon. Bye.